Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be talking about the predicted 11 for Nashville SC against Club América in the Concacaf Champions Cup quarterfinal second leg. Hey everybody, I'm Tyler, welcome back to Big TV. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more Nashville SC fan content just like this. Now, I've done the match preview video. If you haven't seen that already, go and check that out on the channel. I think we have a chance in this game, and I think the big thing to talk about here is the result from Saturday and the work that some of our second choice players did in Charlotte, and honestly how that may affect team selection here in this game. Now, I think it goes two ways here. I think with the team in Charlotte on Saturday, I was there, they did an incredible job. I think they were really top class in what they did. Other than maybe a couple of mistakes that let them back in at the end of the game, I think they were almost flawless in terms of the way they played. I think they dominated a team that play in a similar way to Club América, and I think that brings some selection headaches in a way. On the other hand, I think so many players were rested for that game that I think it may make team selection quite obvious in a number of positions, and I think that there's probably an expectation that a lot of the players that were rested will start. But I could see it that maybe a couple of the players that were expected to maybe start, and the big overarching plan game by game has been disrupted by the performance on Saturday, and might mean that some of the players that were sort of destined for the bench in the kind of, oh, let's do the draft 11s of who's going to play in each team and who's going to get XYZ match load, could change. And so I'm going to dive into that now. I think in goal we're going to see Brian Shraki. Of course, he's been our number one. He gives us so much confidence with the ball at the back, ball at the feet. I know Waleji's been saying some great things about Joe Willis and how he is around the camp, and I'm so glad that he's around the camp and supporting the team. But I think that, undeniably, Shraki starts. And just need to see a little bit more composure. That penalty he does give away. Of course, he saves a penalty as well, but he does give away that second penalty. And that kind of mistake could cost us in this game. So it's just about being cautious. I mean, Lovett's, I think was going to get a penalty given it against him anyway if Shraki hadn't done, caught the man. So either way, it was going to be a penalty. But just being cautious, being really careful with those sort of moments. I know we were 2-0 up, but that could be a problem in a game like this, and you don't want to give the opposition fans an opportunity to get back into it. So Shraki starts, nice confidence on the ball like we've seen. He is a quality player in terms of penalty stopping, in terms of, I think his, ability at corners is growing. I think he's growing in every aspect as a keeper, which is awesome to see. So more Shraki, more of what he does, and the very best of it, let's kind of try and ignore some of his little mistakes and get rid of those. Right back, Josh Bauer played really well on Saturday, but he did play the whole game, and I honestly think he looked quite tired by the end of it. He hasn't been playing 90 minutes regularly, and I think that showed. So I'm going to choose Andy Nahar here. He allows us to have more control of the ball. I think we need that. He is a skillful player, he's a flary player, he's got ability, and he caused them a lot of problems in the game at Judas Park, so I want to see more of that. Hopefully fitness holds up, despite altitude and those sort of things, and he really performs. And as long as, when Nahar performs, it's great for the team because he just adds so much from that position. So Nahar goes in for me at right back. Close Bauer, good performance on Saturday, but Andy Nahar goes in. He's not, he's had the rest, he's had the time off, and he does make a massive difference to the way we play. And he's been in really good form. Right centre back, it's difficult for me. I honestly think Mayer played really well. Palacios has had the rest, he's had the time out. That Mayer-Waleji combination looked really good the other night. I like some of the balls Mayer played. He actually maybe played some better passes than Palacios plays, better with the ball at his feet. And for that reason, I'm going to put him in. I would put him in. This is my predicted 11. Kind of predicted, isn't it? It's kind of who I'd like, really. And I think I'd play him. I'd play Mayer. I think he played really well. I think he looked good. He's maybe not as athletic at times, but I think the ball playing and some of the balls he played, some of the long balls he played over the top, some of the balls he played with pace out to the wing looked really good and confident. And so for me, I'd play him. Just because of what he's done on Saturday, I think he's in good form. I'd play him for that reason. Palacios had the rest. I love it. That's great. He's taken the load off. Palacios had a great game in the first. Difficult though. You know, he gets man of the match in the first game, and I agree with that. He was really good. I mean, could you play Palacios and Meyer? Well, Eddie's had a lot of games, but honestly what he does in the team is just special, it's significant, and there aren't many centre-backs in these kind of leagues that can do that. It's a tough one. Let me know your thoughts on it. Palacios has got a number on them, hasn't he? It's close. I mean, it's great. It's great that this is a discussion to have, you know, that 3 centre-backs are playing so well that there's a debate amongst them, and we still have young players behind them that can come in, do a job later on in the season, perhaps still gaining experience from these great players. Alright, I'm going to go Palacios just because he's got the number on them. He knows how to beat these guys. He's done really well in the first game against them, but Meyer comes close. Meyer comes really close. So Palacios starts on the right hand side of the defence. Wilegi starts on the left. I don't think you can replace him. I just don't think you can replace him, and he's one of those players that's almost irreplaceable for us. And yeah, I mean, Meyer and Palacios play well together. We've seen it all of last season, but it's not the same as Wilegi. He offers something going forward. He offers technique. He offers guile. He offers agility. He offers, you know, some things that you just don't see from centre backs in MLS very often. Just a real quality player, and he's a footballer. He can really play the game. He's not just a defender. And you could probably play him at left back. You could probably play him on left wing. You could probably play him anywhere across the back line into central defensive midfield, and he'd do a great job. So for me, he has to go in. He's had a lot of games, a lot of game time, but evidently whatever's going on in terms of fitness and medical markers, he's looking good. So he plays again. Great player. Left back, Reed Baker-Whiting for me. Dan Lovett's good performance. Like that he came out wide, he spread the field, he made it wide. He was our wide player at the weekend, and I think that's really, really cool to see that he is able to be a winger as well as a defender, but maybe a little bit slow for this game. Okay, so just gonna say a little bit slow, a little bit lacking in pace for this game. I'd like to see a little bit more pace just to ensure we have everything we need to beat this team. Club América are a fast team. They have pace, and Lovett's being in there gives me some worries. So Reed Baker-Whiting goes in there. He does have more pace. He has more control over the ball. He has those lovely quality balls inside. He's probably a little bit more all-round as a footballer, and I think that's probably needed against a team that's quite agile, that can be... They press quite high and fast, but if you can have a player that can be nice and neat on the ball, you know, show and then turn away. That's what Andy Dahar did a lot in that first game, just show and then swipe it away from them. Reed can be doing a similar thing on that side. He's definitely a better footballer, technically, I think, than Lovett. If he can be doing that, you know, tempting them with the right foot and bring it to the left or similar, I think that's going to be what we need to beat this team and kind of take players out of the game. Nice. So he goes in there for me. Now, midfield, I think we're going to go with the same lineup we had in the first game, depending on injuries and a couple of things. So at least the pivot, those two in the pivot are going to be Yazbek and Corcoran for me. Again, Yazbek's had a lot of game time. He got that first half off after international break. He came on for the last half an hour against Chicago, I think it was. So maybe he's had a little bit less game time in the legs. Eddie and Corcoran have been switching around in that left side position a lot. Yazbek makes this team tick. Ultimately, he's got to be in there if we want to get through, we want to get into this next round of the competition. Yazbek's got to start. Fundamentally, he just makes the team better. The way he moves, passes and moves is essential. And Eddie's quote on him being a potato and being able to do everything, totally agree. He can sit in the base of our defence and ping the ball around. He can then move forward and go for the box-to-box thing, and he can also get in the box and score himself. He can get to the byline and assist. He's you know, absolutely amazing, and a player we need to hang on to. Player we need to really hang on to, and he's only getting better and better every game. So love Yazbek in there. Corcoran, I think, is the player to go in there. I think he will be the one that plays. Eddie, of course, had that goal. Again, he makes his point there. He makes a point there with that finish. He makes a point with his contribution in that game. But I think Corcoran's the one for his more methodical, slower way of progressing the ball. I think he's been the one that's come in these kind of big games and been he's a very safe pair of hands. He's very safe in the way that he moves the ball, transitions the team, and he's someone you can give the ball to, trust for him to move it around a little bit and then find you once you've made your run, which I think is great with Yazbek. Yazbek making those runs, he can kind of receive the ball and then find a Yazbek kind of pass. So he goes in there for me on the left side of central midfield. Moving further forward, I think we then have Alex and Wheel. Debatably won't be in this game. I think the fact that he was limping off, I haven't seen team news, that sort of thing, medical news yet. I don't think it's out. I did have a look, haven't seen any yet. I think Wheel ends up playing. I think Wheel may be out of this game. Honestly, that much limping. Could have just been a dead knee, dead leg, but I don't know. That seemed like a lot of a hit. And if it is, it's probably still going to be sore. It's going to be probably damaged to some degree anyway. Maybe he makes the bench, he may not make the bench. So I think that's a big loss for us in a way. I know there's some people that have been, debating Wheel, is he doing what we need? But I think he's been really important to the way his team flows. He's always looked good no matter who he comes on and does. And I think he's looked better than I think he could have done, all the expectations of many fans. I think he's added some energy at times. He's added that defensive thing he does, but he's also added some cohesiveness to the attack and managed to move the ball around really well and get it to the players that need it at the right point in time. So I think he's a bit of a loss for me. Now, who does that leave us? That of course leaves us with Madrigal as a kind of obvious choice to be able to. He can play in that sort of pocket, the 10-ish kind of pocket. He can play out on the left wing. Then that also gives Kasim an option as well. Kasim played on our right-hand side at the weekend, played really well, but he did finish the game on the left before then being taken off. He could find him in that pocket. I think he could be great in that pocket, He could be great in that wheel role, coming from a more sort of 10 area in the midfield and moving out to the left wing. Could really be Kasim's eventual final position, to me. That could be his way. He has a similar way of playing to Hani, I think. Or they'll often kind of run for the same channels, but they do that on the right-hand side. If Kasim goes out to the left-hand side, can play that 10 out to the left wing kind of role, transitioning, allowing Hani to drop in here. Sam comes across. It could be a place for him to go, But will it be this game? I'm not sure it will. I think Madrigal is going to be starting in there with Kasim as the option to come on and replace him later in the game. I think that's the most natural thing that makes the most sense to me. Could we see some other substitutes? Maybe we could see a Mohamed on the bench again. Probably play more on the right-hand side for him. Jordan Knight again, probably play more on the right, that right-wing Espinosa replacement. So yeah, I think Madrigal plays as that third player in midfield, living in the 10 in the kind of defensive role, moving out to that left wing in attack. And we've seen performances with desire from him. We just need to see a performance from him where he gets a goal again. Started with that freedom in the first game, just play like that, Maybe forget about system a little bit sometimes and just play with the freedom. Don't snatch at things. We don't need you to do anything, We're not desperate for you to score. You've got players around you that can score. Take your time, get the finish. You don't need to rush it. We're not putting that pressure on you as fans. We're happy with what you're doing. You're contributing to this team. We're delighted with that. Just get out there, fill the role, make sure this team wins. You don't need to be snatching at things. I appreciate you wanting the ball. I like that you want it. I want that you have desire. You have bravery to be on the ball. We don't need to do too much. We got you. It's cool. We trust you. And so Madrigal goes in there for me. We're going to have Hani in there. I don't think that can be in doubt. For me, there is a question about the way that the team has to play when he's there, and it makes us quite predictable. But I think if we can be a little bit more free-flowing, like maybe we were against New England Revolution, where there was a lot of interchange, and Hani can pop up on the right, pop up on the left, pop up as the striker, drop into the 10 as well. I think then we're a problem. We just need to get out of some of the habits we've got into, I think, with Hani, and just going, oh, he's there, so I've got to do this. Try and keep it unpredictable, try and keep it moving. But yeah, he starts. He starts. He came on for that last half an hour. He's a quality player. You can tell that. That he can do that. I think he does help us in control as well, controlling the ball, ability with the ball, ability to keep the team ticking with his passes, and can drop deep if he needs to and receive the ball and make something happen. So he starts in there. Right wing Espinosa, no question on that one. Again, maybe I say no question. There could be a question. Kasim's played really well out there. And looked really good controlling the ball, controlling the possession, aggressive, track back amazingly. But it's tough, Kasim played so well that I kind of want him to play again to keep that form up. But the players ahead of him are really good. And I think he did look better on the right-hand side than on the left for that game. And he does have the attributes, he has the pace, he showed some aggression, which I really appreciated. He showed defensive now, so he tracked all the way back to the final third and made a great tackle in that Charlotte game. But Espinosa is a quality DP. He's got that difference-making ability, and he is just, you know, a level above. So he starts for me. Early shots from him, we need them. Great crosses into the box, great deliveries. Play for the set pieces. Honestly, I don't think this team is particularly great at set pieces defensively. So try and play for those. And you've got to get the shots early. Like I say, if he gets those that run through, just get the shot away. Because this team loves to defend as a little compact block of 6. Just like Charlotte, just like Chicago. They all love to defend very narrow and get right in front of that 6-yard box. So this is a chance for Espinosa. When you get those breaks, get away, get a shot on the keeper, try and make him spill it, let Sam finish it, that sort of thing will be important and could be the difference maker. So Espinosa, I appreciate your desire to get into the box, get those lovely assists from the byline. Tomorrow, you get a shot, take it. We saw what happened in the whichever game it was now, I can't remember, last game before international break. Orlando, that finish, you know, just took the shot. It was probably a cross, went in, fine, do it again. We want to see more of that. And then finally, Sam Surridge starts up top. Pasillas, solid performance, looked like he was in the right places. He's not yet that man, is he? He's not yet, he's developing, he's still developing. He can finish, he can get goals. He's contributed already in this competition this year. But I mean, you can't deny Sam Surridge. He's had that rest, he barely played on Saturday. So, good opportunity for him to come in, be on the end of those shots, Espinosa shots, Madrigal shots from wide. Get on the end of those and get those finishes away. That's all he has to do. Doesn't need to be contributing anywhere else really. A little bit of hold-up play. Other than that, I just want you to be in there poaching, getting those moments when the ball's played through, being ready to burst through the lines, be on the back foot, have the player on the back foot, be on the front foot, and that's it. If we end up with him trying to win headers in there against 6 other players, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But he's the player to win those headers, so quality delivery from Espinosa. But I think for the most part, it's just about being able to be in and around the box, try and get the early finishes, maybe some through balls, and try and grab us a goal. We need 1 goal from Sam, and that's it. He did disappear in that Miami game a little bit, so let's hope we can get something from him. It's been a couple of games now without a goal for Sam, so let's see if we can get that from him, but that's what we need. And if we can get that, that's, you know, we're living in dreamland, because Sam Surridge firing is all we need. So that is my predicted 11. I've gone with Shrike, Nahar. We did go with Palacios in the end. Uleji, Rebecca Whiting, Yazbek Corcoran, Mukhtar Madrigal, Surridge and Espinosa. That might have been the same team as the first leg. The final third was the issue in that first leg. Let's be incisive with that final pass once we get into the final third. And let's get some goals. That's all we need to do. My score prediction is in the match preview, so if you haven't seen that already, you can head over and check that video out on the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this 11. Who would you start? Also love to hear your thoughts after the Charlotte game. Would any of those players make it in for you? Would they be the players that you'd start? Any of them would they be the ones you'd start for this game? Let me know that in the comments. And anything you disagree with, I'd love to hear that too. It's always interesting to hear what the thought is and the idea is from other fans and the fan base in general. But that's my predicted 11. Hopefully we're going to get the win tomorrow night. I think we can. And if you want to see more Nashville SC content just like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Big TV. We will see you on the live stream and hopefully be celebrating a win ahead of our clash at the weekend.